someone calls for that sound, we'll use this. They also come in all kinds of different materials. I was just in the city the other day at a trumpet shop, and they have them out of carbon fiber, wood, different kinds of plastics. I have another one here I think this one's 3D printed. So like I said, they come in all kinds of shapes, sizes, materials. But what I love about this one, I actually got this one when I was at that store the other day, so that's why I brought it. I want to show off my new toy. This one's called a solo tone mute. This is from back in the days, back when the trumpet was too loud for older vintage microphones, so we would kind of blow them up a little bit when we played a little too loud. So they used this to kind of give that old-timey radio-friendly trumpet sound. But yeah, let me show you how it sounds. Familiar? But I'll show you a couple of my other little mutes here. This is another one. This is called a cup mute. It doesn't really look like a cup. In fact, it doesn't work for drinking, in my opinion. But we use this for like jazz situations. I just played a musical last week where I used this one a lot. So this is kind of a softer, kind of warmer, more rounded version of the straight mute in a way. This one because you can kind of move it around and change the sound a little bit, make it softer. And then my last one, this one is probably, I don't know, you guys may know this one. This is what we kind of call a Harman mute, but that's sort of like Band-Aid. Harman was actually the company that made the first version of this. But since then we all just call them Harman mutes. But you may have heard this one in like Miles Davis recordings. He used this a lot. A lot of jazz guys use this when they want that smokier kind of jazz club sort of sound. Sounds kind of familiar, right? Cool jazz, I don't know. But my favorite thing about this mute is when you take the stem that it comes with and stick it in there. It gives it a whole new sound, kind of like the solo tone mute, but you can do this. So that's always fun. But that's always the best. So I did bring another kind of toy to show you here. Does anyone know what this is? No? Kind of a trick question. This is called a piccolo trumpet. Does anyone know what piccolo means?
Small.
Small, yes. It is literally the Italian word for small. So this is literally called a small trumpet. And based on what you can see here, and the sizes of our instruments, how do you think this is going to sound compared to another trumpet? Like, is it going to be higher, lower? Higher, yes, very good. So as we'll talk about, the size of our instrument really affects how they sound, because really what it comes down to is the length of tubing. A smaller instrument means that there's less tubing, so there's less space for the air to have to go through. Sam, would you mind just playing a couple notes on that? Yeah, so you can hear the tuba's really low. How about this one? What do you think? Really high?
Yeah.
No. This one, actually, you may also hear this one around this time, because this is a very popular instrument to be used for Messiah, which is a big piece around Christmas time. So we use this whenever we have to play the high notes or do any kind of Baroque, classical trumpet kind of thing. Does anyone have any questions?